Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Our praises to be Allah, who has blessed us with this gathering. My peace and blessing be upon Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And I am Nurul Azifah Karamah with ID number 204001240. Made this video formally to complete the assignment. May Allah bless this effort and make it beneficial to everyone. Communication is the process of exchanging information, ideas, or messages between individuals or groups. Language is one of communication tools used by humans to demonstrate skill to communicate to each other, and the communication skills are formed by knowledge of sound, words, phrases, sentences, meaning, as well as culture. Linguistics is the study of language structure or form, focuses on the system of rules followed by speaker of a language. The relationship between them is a language as a tool to communicate. Language is one of the most advanced tools humans use for communication, while communication can occur without language. For example, language allows for precise and complex exchange, and linguistics studies language in communication. Linguistics provides the framework for analyzing how language works within the broader context of communication. I agree with this statement because if our understanding of phonetics is good, then we will discuss it properly. However, if our understanding is limited, then we will discuss it improperly. Phonetics is the study of the sound of human speech. It provides the foundational knowledge necessary for understanding how language functions. A proper understanding of phonetics allows individuals to articulate sound accurately and understand pronunciation nuances. This clarity is essential not only for effective communication but also for teaching and learning new languages. Phonetics also involves various transcription systems such as International Phonetic Alphabet or IPA. Familiarity with this system enables linguists and language learners to represent sound consistently and accurately. Phonetics intersect with various disciplines such as psychology, anthropology, and computer science, especially in areas like speech recognition technology. A strong grasp of phonetics enriches discussion across these fields, fostering interdisciplinary collaboration. In conclusion, phonetics is a fundamental aspect of linguistic study that enhances our understanding of speech sound, and their role in communication. Mastering phonetics improve pronunciation, facilitates language learning, and support accurately transcription through systems like the IPA. Its relevance extends beyond linguistics, influencing fields such as psychology, anthropology, and speech technology. A strong foundation in phonetics not only strengthens discussion within linguistics but also fosters interdisciplinary collaboration, make it an essential area of study for educators, research, and language learners alike. Yes, I agree that students should learn definition from a variety of online sources alongside those provided by linguists. This approach enhances their understanding of a language as a dynamic and evolving entity, reflecting cultural shift and contemporary usage. Online searches expose students to real-world application, including slang, emerging terminology, making their learning more relevant. Meanwhile, definition from linguistics offer a structured understanding rooted in historical and theoretical context, providing a solid foundation for critical analysis. And engaging with both types of sources foster critical thinking as a student learns to evaluate the credibility of information and appreciate the nuances of language. Ultimately, this dual approach equips students with the skill necessary to navigate the diverse communication contexts, preparing them for academic success and effective engagement in society. It cultivates intellectual flexibility and adaptability, essential traits in today's interconnected world. Understanding of phonetic will be enriched by presenting definitions derived from a variety search on the internet and the ones from linguists. From the online searches, OxfordDictionaries.com defines phonetic that is study that classification of speech sound. In addition, from the online searches, many definitions of phonetic have been proposed by linguists. For example, besides Landper 2011 assert that phonetic is the study of speech sound in any language, which has three branches, namely articulatory, acoustic, and auditory phonetics. Articulatory phonetics deals with how sounds are articulated, where mouth, tongue, and lungs are the parts of the system. Auditory phonetic deals with how it is sound when articulated, and acoustic phonetic is about how the sound are perceived in our brain. Finally, we can identify what phonetic is based on two different sources. Understanding phonetic is essential in various fields, including language learning, phonology, speech therapy, forensic linguistics, and artificial intelligence, particularly in speech recognition and synthesis. By analyzing speech sound in detail, phonetic helps linguists and researchers understand the complexities of human communication and improve pronunciation, speech disorders, and technological advancement in speech-related fields. We talk about speech sound, they are all about what you're hearing, not the letters to use to spell the words. Speech sounds are simply produced by flowing air from the lung to the mouth, but since sounds are different from the letters, a new and different set of symbols is needed to represent the speech sound. The system is famously known as the International Phonetic Alphabet, or IPA. This is not only transcribe speech sound but also provides symbols to represent sound of every language in the world. Categories that include in speech sound are vowels. Vowels are produced with an open vocal tract and involve vocal fold vibration, making them voices sound. And consonant involves some degree of obstruction in the vocal tract, which reduce airflow and acoustic energy to compared to vowels. Understanding speech sound is essential for linguistic and language teaching and speech therapy, as it helps analyzing pronunciation and improve communication skills. Based on my understanding after reading two different sources, phoneticians categorize speech sound based on two. The first is place of articulation and the second is manner of articulation. Classifying sounds allow for a systematic analysis of languages, which related to the statement because researchers can compare sound system across language and dialects. The International Phonetic Alphabet, or IPA, is standardized system for representing speech sound, uses unique symbol for each distinct sounds. For example, the word fish is transcribed as a FI, and phonetic transcription allows for precise representation of a sound, which is important for linguists can accurately record endangered language or dialects and provide learners with clear guidance on how to pronounce words correctly. By understanding phonetics, professionals can improve language instruction, enhance communication technology, and provide better therapeutic interventions. In summary, phonetics is not only fundamental to linguistic theory but also has significant real-world implications across various fields, making its study essential for anyone interested in language and communication. As my understanding, speech organ refers to any organs of speech that takes part in production of human speech sound or articulators. They include the lips, teeth, alveolar ridge, hard palate, soft palate, glottis, and various parts of the tongue, tip, middle, and back part. In closer inspection, articulators are frequently learned in the study of phonetics by using figures in the form of diagram which represent human head. Below is an explanation of the main speech organ, their function, and examples how they contribute to speech production. The first is the larynx. The larynx houses the vocal folds or vocal cords, which vibrate to produce voiced sounds. For example, the vibration of vocal folds created sounds like Z in the zoo, while their absences produced voiceless sounds like S in song. And the phylum of soft palate controls airflow into either the oral or nasal cavities. For example, nasal sound like M, N, and oral stop like K. And the third is the hard palate. It's the smooth curve and surface that forms top to the mouth behind the front teeth. For example, sounds like chi, yes, involve interaction with the hard palate. And the fourth is the alveolar ridge. Sounds mere island with the tongue touching here, such as T and D are called alveolar. And the fifth is the tongue, active articulator that shape the most speech sound. For example, T in the top tongue touch alveolar ridge, and K in the cat sound tongue touch the phylum. And the teeth, the sixth is the teeth, passive articulators that help produce dental and labiodental sounds. For example, F in the finish or in the think. And the seventh is the lips, active articulator used by bilabial P or B, and labiodental F or V sounds. For example, M in a man or W in a wind. Speech organ works together to produce and modify airflow into recognizable speech sound. Understanding their rules provide insight into how humans communicate through spoken language. Speech sound production is the process by which humans generate sounds to communicate. It involves a complex interaction of cognitive, physiological, and articulatory mechanisms. Based on my understanding, here's the important categories when we talk about production of speech sound. Consonants are made by blocking the airflow completely or partially during the speech. The production of consonant is mainly determined by two factors. There is a place of articulation, is a specific location in the mouth in which two speech organs work together, and manner of articulation, how different organs work together and how the airflow is obstructed to affect the production of consonant sound quality. On the other hand, vowels sounds need a more continual airflow and don't need airflow obstruction. Furthermore, phonetics is the study of speech sounds of spoken languages, makes effort to describe two important things concerning speech sound. There is physical properties of the sound exists in spoken language. It's called acoustic phonetic, and how sounds are produced. It's called articulatory phonetic. For example, when voices stop, bat and dog, the vocal holds vibrating during producing B and D. I think that's enough, and that's all my answer. Sorry if I get some mistake, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.